أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على النبي الكريم. I do not know whether it's correct to address the head of the President, His Excellency. From what I know, he is addressed Mr. President only. Mr. President, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, Your Excellencies, and all protocols observed. Mr. President, it is relevant to explain why Kebbi State Rice and Wheat Farmers Associations mandated me to speak on their behalf in welcoming you to the launching of dry season rice and wheat farming in Kebbi State. Mr. President, as you know, I worked in this country's public service for 50 years, mostly in the judicial department. When I retired from the Supreme Court in February 2005, I returned home and embarked in large-scale farming, mostly in rice cultivation. I also engaged in farming other cash crops and fish farming. Hence, the associations of rice farmers, wheat farmers, cassava farmers, and now moringa farmers appointed me as their patron. Mr. President, the farmers in Kebbi State have mandated me to welcome you to Kebbi State. We are very grateful that the President has selected Kebbi State for the launching of the dry season rice and wheat farming. Kebbi State, as has been explained to you by His Excellency Senator Atiku Bagudu, is the leading state in rice production in this country. Mr. President, from time immemorial, rice has been produced as a staple food in Kebbi State. When I was young, before I went to Sokoto Middle School at the tip end of 1945, I did not know that human beings ate their meals anything but rice. In those days, our meals were of rice, rice again, and still rice, and only rice. And rice again and only rice. Presently, we cultivate rice mainly in the dry season. We also cultivate it during the rainy season. This happened 15 years ago when rice season cultivation was introduced to this country. The farmers' difficulties in irrigating their lands are in using tube wells and water pumps. To water their crops, the planned channelization in the Fadama in taking water to the farms would alleviate the suffering of the farmers in irrigating their lands. We are happy that the federal government, with the contribution from the state and local governments, will embark in constructing channels in the Fadama which would take water to the farms through gravity. His Excellency Senator Atiku Bagudu has raised a committee, which I am the chairman, in recommending small, medium, and large-scale irrigation projects to enhance rice and wheat production. The state governor has shown much interest and dedication in meeting all the needs of the farmers in achieving this objective. Mr. President, it has been told that rice farmers in this state can produce 1 million tons of rice a year. Mr. President, the farmers have mandated me to inform you that the target is achievable. The farmers are happy with the provision of 5 billion naira given by the central bank for soft loan, which would help the farmers meet the expenses of their rice cultivation. Mr. President, you are welcome. Thank you very much.
Jawabi kenan muka saurara daga babban mai shari'a na kotun koli na da Justice Usman Muhammad. Yanzu kuma mai jawabi na gaba shine Honorable Muhammad Abubakar. Da Allah muna son kowa a kira jawabi kada wuce minti 3 saboda lokaci na tafiya. Honorable Muhammad sai mu ce tafaddal.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Your Excellency, the President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, Executive Governors, Governor of the Central Bank, I stand by the by protocol. Mr. President, it is with great joy we, the Rice Processors Association, welcome Mr. President and the Central Bank Governor and his team to this occasion of launching of the Anchored Borrower Program, another significant milestone in the success story of the CBN. Mr. President, we wish to state that CBN has proven over time to be the most reliable partners in rice value chain. By this, they have shown through the introduction of commercial agricultural scheme provided by the CBN to enable integrated mills to have access to low-cost funds as a working capital for their operation at a single digit. Mr. President, it is important to state that all the 20 of integrated rice mill operational in Nigeria could not have been without the support of the central bank through the CAX fund. Mr. President, the current restriction on forest to 41 items, and specifically rice, has impacted tremendously for the progress of rice farming and milling in Nigeria. Today, again, Mr. President, the CBN has shown another big incentive to the rice value chain by launching of the Anchored program. The Anchored program is a platform that galvanizes the entire rice value chain, starting from the farmer, who is now assured of funds for farming, to the processor, who is assured of enough quality paddy for processing in the integrated rice mill. In simple terms, Mr. President, the CBN has provided the farmer with both funds as well as market for his produce. This is revolutionary, Mr. President. Mr. President, we must not celebrate this milestone today without mentioning the role of Kebbi State government in mobilizing their farmers, providing the enabling environment, and in creating awareness for rice farming in Kebbi State. Today, we can confidently say that Kebbi State is pioneering the rice farming in the whole West Africa. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kebbi State is indeed #1 full soldier in bringing change